So let's see how the onboarding process in Microsoft Copilot for Security works. To get started, you have a couple of requirements. One of them is that in Azure, you will have to have a Microsoft Azure Resource Manager subscription. These are subscriptions that you use to, for example, host virtual machines or databases or application services in Azure. Those subscriptions are different from the subscriptions that you may have been used to related to Microsoft 365 and Defender solutions. To get started with Copilot for Security, you want to be navigating to securitycopilot.microsoft.com. So let's navigate here. Now in my tenant, I have not yet enabled Copilot for Security, so there's a couple of steps that I need to take. First of all, I need to select the Azure subscription that I want to be placing my Security Copilot compute capacities onto. So here I have been choosing a subscription. In that subscription, I have to create and then choose a resource group. Then I have to give my capacity a name. So I could go and, for example, name this Security Copilot capacity number 1. Then I have to select where I want Security Copilot to run. As I have an organization located in the European Union, I want to select Europe, and I'm not going to allow, if this location has too much traffic, a Copilot to evaluate prompts anywhere else in the world. Now, for optimal performance, you would recommend this, but sometimes laws and regulations do not allow you to take this step. The capacity that I'm going to create, I'm going to choose Europe West for the location, which is the only location that I can choose in Europe. If I would choose, for example, United States, I might be able to choose. However, in this case, at this point, we can only choose USA West. In this case, I'm going to choose Europe West. And then I will have to select security compute units. The more security compute units you select, the more Copilot for Security interactions you can run. However, it is not easy to determine how many you need. You need to monitor the use because it is all affected by the amount of prompts being sent in Copilot for Security and also the amount of data that is returned from searches into different locations where Copilot for Security is going to use its data from. Then you will have to accept that you have read, understood, and agreed to the terms and conditions of Copilot for Security, which you can find here. This is the legal information about Copilot for Security. Once done, you'll just have to click the Create button, and this will set up my Copilot for Security capacity. And as you can see, my capacity has been created successfully. And now the only thing that I need to do is select the proper Copilot capacity and click Apply. By doing so, this will now apply your Security Copilot solution. As you can see, it is connected to a subscription, it's in a resource group, it has a name, a location. So I can click Done, and now I have enabled Copilot for Security. Now, one of the steps that you'll notice is that if you have enabled Copilot for Security, you will notice that Copilot for Security is now also going to be integrated in the Microsoft Defender XDR portal. So here I am looking at the standalone experience, and here I can start sending my prompts and also choose from what locations I want Copilot for Security to take data. And here we can see that by default, it also connects to Microsoft Defender XDR. But in the Microsoft Defender XDR portal, you will also find that Copilot for Security is here to help. For example, if I go into, let's say, the incidents and alerts view in Microsoft Defender XDR, if I would open an incident here, then as you can see on the right hand side, immediately Copilot for Security is going to go through the data that we found, and it will start explaining what this is all about. So here we can see that in my organization, there is a low severity incident where a vulnerability scanner was detected and occurred at a certain date and time. It will show where it came from. It even shows us where that IP address that this came from is located, Ireland. And it will also allow us to see some guided responses. Here we can, for example, go and say, hey, maybe we want to confirm if this is testing or an actual non-malicious activity. So we may want to go and check it out. We can go and click buttons that will view evidence and allow us to classify the value here for further review. So Copilot for Security, as soon as it has been enabled, you can go in and enable the solution here as well. As soon as we will see it straight away inside the Microsoft Defender XDR portal. But not only there, we will get embedded components in Entra, Intune, Purview, and more. But this is how to onboard Copilot for security via the securitycopilot.microsoft.com portal.